Adrian, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, Faith Overseer University.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all know who it is. It's your three favorite guys from the 3-Man Weave. Episode 99. Taking over for the 99. Y'all know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Y'all know me. I'm Hill, and Hill gonna heal regardless, baby. But I want to know who I got with me right now.
You already know it is AJ L Phoenix Sunzo in the building.
Mm-hmm.
You know, leader of the Booker High Valley Boys and all that. Is this what y'all want? Is this what y'all want? Is this the type of shit that y'all want now? Like shit.
And y'all won. So I feel you. This is right. This is the energy that we love to see right here.
All right, cool. Shit. Goddamn.
Yeah, you know who it is. You got your boy Cannon, which is always Washington fan extraordinaire, the original book fan, you know, the book emoji. So it is what it is.
See, that's what I said. We got to bring this historic rivalry back, AJ. We've been beefing since we both been trash. So we, so we had trash bats back then. So we got to, we got to bring it back.
All right, but, that's a fact. It's a fact.
It's a special episode because it's episode 99.
Mm-hmm.
The JJY episode.
We not gonna call it that, but I mean, he did give us a, it made perfect timing.
Right on time.
But the Aaron Donald episode.
I mean, it should be rightfully so. I mean, we should be. We the greatest, right? We the greatest.
The world's great. Oh, we can't sing that now.
But before we get that, my man's was hurt. He was hurt this weekend. This week, after it was some bad news, and I just want to check on my mental health, and I'm talking directly to my man's Cannon. Nike, the VP. They came out. They've been scamming the game. They've been hustling the game.
Every day I'm hustling.
And since you are a man that the people see, I know you're gonna be humble, even though you be hitting.
Yeah,
you be hitting, but you felt bad. You felt bad for the people that don't hit.
Yeah,
so,
that's a fact.
As you're a modest sneakerhead. You don't brag and boast like most other sneakerheads that a lot of people know. But why let's get in depth with that.
Why the police? He don't got to brag or boast because he just always posts when he hit.
That's bragging right there, nigga.
Exactly. Don't nobody post a got him pick except Cannon every week. Got him.
But
let's go. Let's talk about this though.
Michelle had actually hit me up, and I told her, I said, this really made no difference to me personally because I've been blessed. Like I've been lucky with the sneakers app. There's no algorithm to it. Everybody thinks that there is. But what I will tell you is there's a simple mathematics ratio, for the amount of pairs available, for the amount of people using the app. And clearly, she has been backdooring pairs to her sons or her son. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care how you shape it. And what they've dug a little bit deeper into it. What they saying that she was doing is basically she would go to different Nike outlets or Nike tier stores and be able to just buy their product in bulk. So basically, when you hear all these stories about Nike instantly selling out, it's because they were already gone. They just put it on the app, and as soon as everybody click it, it's sold out. So it's like, now he has the product. He got it. Yes, he did pay a little bit more for it because he had to grease the people who allowed that to happen. But now he got a product that he's gonna He up now charging a product triple, quadruple, quintuple times, and is making money hand over fist. And so what it basically is almost like Reaganomics. If you watch Snowfall, which is coming on tonight, by the way, it's basically what Ronald Reagan and the CIA did and Oliver North did in the 80s, where they basically had an operation where they didn't have the cash because Congress wouldn't give them the cash. So what they did was create their own cash. They got cocaine from the Contras in Nicaragua. They sold the cocaine on the streets of the United States of America. They took those profits, bought guns, and gave it to guns. And so they had like a loop basically of free money, free illegal money. You feel what I'm saying? Which is why everybody loved Reaganomics, because in the 80s, everybody was rich. You feel me? And that's why when you hear rappers talk about it, that's why they always mention that era, because everybody got money in that era, because money was just laying around, because you had elites, such an influx of illegal money. And that's what her and her son have been able to do. They've been able to backdoor pairs and raise the street value of the price on the aftermarket. And the aftermarket is crazy, because the aftermarket is literally 5 minutes after the release, because 5 minutes after the release, they're gone. And now you have to pay $300, $400, upwards to thousands of dollars for pairs of sneakers that cost hundreds of dollars. So, you know, that's my take. It's sad, but that's how America does business, period. They just got caught. America has been doing business like this the entire time. Small business can't do it. If we do it, we'll get the RICO law and extortion. If they do it, you see what I'm saying? And that's what RICO, racketeering, all of that is part of the RICO. And so, but the DMV does it to us, and the government does it to us all the time. No one says it. The government keeps your records that you didn't ask them to. But if you need a job where you need to have your driving record held, guess what? You got to pay for your driving record. So that's extortion right there in itself. So it's like America's built on capitalism. So it's like,
of course, America is built on capitalism. And Marcus Cannon, he said, should she be jailed though? I actually think so. Because
I think so.
From what I've heard, he was using her credit card to
it's
purchase.
a white collar crime. Absolutely.
Exactly. This is a white collar crime. The definition of racketeering is fraudulent business dealings. You have insider information of when stuff is going to drop, how to, you know, who knows if she knows how to beat the algorithm, what the case may be.
She was in charge of it.
Exactly. And by you being on the executive board, I don't care. Anything that falls under you, it's just like I've said with football coaches. Even if it wasn't you, what do I always say? Lack of institutional control.
You do say that.
If this kid is spending $100,000 on your credit card, you're an employee for Nike, purchasing stuff for Nike, guess what? That that's a crime to me, because even if you're not purchasing the stuff, you have an awareness, that's your credit card. You see, you're supposed to monitor this stuff. If you didn't report this stuff as a fraudulent charge, obviously you're allowing this charge to go through. So even if you're not,
shame on Nike, man. No pass to them. Shame on Nike, man.
Even if you are not in charge of it, you are complicit.
Mm-hmm.
I've always you could be in the car, you could be driving a car, somebody go in while you pumping gas, go rob the bank, go rob the gas station, hop back in your car, and you don't know that they robbed it, but they pull you over, you're an accessory.
You going down? Yeah, that's a fact.
Because now you are an accessory after the fact. So guess what? You are an accessory to this goddamn crime. Send your ass to jail. Come on.
Gin pop.
Hey, if they send Martha Stewart to jail, go ahead and send your ass out there.
Hell stupid.
We got the Facebook user. I need you to give StreamYard permission so we can give you the proper credit for your comment. But I've asked Cannon this for multiple years. Why is the sneaker companies allowing the reselling market to strive?
And there you go. That's your answer.
Oh, because they got inside track. So you mean to tell me
individual personal
just,
gain, bro?
So this ain't just happening in Nike. Is really what you're telling me?
It doesn't. No, this is happening in business worldwide. Whenever you take someone and put them around or in charge of something that is valuable, people are gonna find a way to manipulate the system because it's just too hard to look at the treasure every day when you go to work and not get some. It's just too hard. So even at the gas station, the guy who works at the gas station at the convenience store, even he done figured out how to get an extra dollar or two. You feel me? If you work at Macy's, you done figured out how to get some extra. Like every level of business, it happens. So it's no different. But what I like, what AJ said, is the complicit part. I don't know if y'all are movie buffs, but if you ever seen the movie Casino, there's a line when Robert De Niro, he tells the dude, because he had to hire the dude's son, who's like a congressman or somebody. And he told him, he was like, you're fired. And he was like, you can't fire me. You know who my uncle is. He was like, I don't care. He was like, either you are too stupid and you didn't know about it, or either way, you were in on it. Either way, you're out. You feel me? He was like, so either you were in on it and you were part of the scheme, or you were too dumb to understand that this was happening on your watch. Either way, you're done on this block. So, like, but Nike shouldn't get a pass on this either, man. Nike has put people in place, and you don't have checks and balance. You've allowed the street prices of these sneakers to raise like this, and you've allowed for the product intended for the consumer not to end up in the consumer's hand, to end up in business entities' hands, and to profit off of your consumer. So you have to do something for the consumer, Nike. You are a $1 billion corporation. What are you gonna do for the consumer to apologize for this? Because she been in her position for 20 plus years.
So ain't no telling how long she been doing that,
bro.
And that's my thing. Because guess what? Had someone at Foot Locker been using like a manager at Foot Locker, knows when the shoes about to drop. So what did he do? He purchased all the shoes before a Foot Locker opened and say, you know what, we sold out.
Yeah.
And corporate get a hold of that. They're like, that's bad. Like, no, you can't do that. Like, they will fire you. Just like or if you holding sneakers and you just waiting for your friends so your friends can purchase them and stuff like that, they will fire you for that.
Yeah.
So what you would
they
do
send
to
secret shoppers just for that.
Exactly. So what you doing to the little man? Let's go ahead and let's hold this standard up the ladder. That's one thing that we never really see. We never really see the standard get upheld as things start getting up the ladder. They don't mind, like they'll make example out of the little people so the other little people can't make a profit. But if you up here, you already know the game. That's most likely how you got here is your bad business dealings. Like I won't let me not say your bad business dealings, but what I will say is your immoral business dealings. How about that?
You're cutthroat. It's Game of Thrones.
Oh, 100%. You either win or you die.
You either win or you die. That's it. That's what it comes down to, man.
So that's what it is, man. And so, yeah, I really think that, she should get jail time because guess what?
And her son.
100%.
And her son. Because he really knew. He really knew that.
Can we stop blurring? Can we stop blurring this man's face out?
No, but no. Here's the thing.
He's 19 years old. He's not a minor.
Here's the thing. They're not blurring his face out, bro. Those are his original pics from his page. He blurred them out, which is further proof. Exactly, which is why I say he knows for a fact because she knew. She told him, "Don't be posting your face with all these pictures. No one can know that that's your page." Because even in some of the pictures, he got two of his friends, and he's standing, but his face is blurred out because they know, like, if they find out that it's yours, it's over.
It's gonna be hell to pay.
So where he posting them at then?
He had a page called West.Coast Sneakers. IG. But here's the craziest part about it that I know they're up to no good, right? like a year ago, he found Pristine, right? He on his page, supposedly he found in a storage, just a random storage that he went to purchase. He lifted up, and there were 6 Nike Air Max. Now the Nike Air Max are going anywhere from $15K up, and these were dead stock, never worn, never touched. Never anything. Just found them, and nobody in their right mind, even if I owned a pair and died, like I would have left that to y'all in my will. Like I would have made sure that someone knew about that. You feel me? Like no one's just forgetting about that. Those were brand new pairs from Nike.
Fam, guess what? His mama was like, "Look, it's a key on the dresser.
Listen,
go to quadruple A storage, box number 19." Open it, and that happy birthday. That's my investment to you.
And the shoes retail for under $200, bro.
Quick question before we transition: what should happen to the shoes?
They're gone. What do you mean? Those shoes, those pictures, those shoes are gone, transformed into millions of dollars, which is why I say for personal gain, not even for Nike. Nike got their money when the people got paid. When the people got paid, that's why he had to overpay a little bit, because he had to pay for the retail price of the shoe plus to grease the palms of the people who close their eyes. You feel me? So, but then he's now setting the street market. If he has 400 pairs of a shoe and he's on GOAT and StockX, which are the resale markets, and he's saying, I'm selling this shoe for 600, that's the price because he has 400 pairs. Who's going to argue with him?
Mm-hmm.
If you have the most to resell and you've inside traded, like AJ has said, to get this product. So it's like, but it's nothing that could be done with the shoes, because the shoes, he's moved those shoes.
All right, so like we stated earlier, episode 99, JJ Watt, source was him. He made a whole lot of noise during the season, how he don't want to be a part of another rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to go. Everybody alluded to, they thought he was going to go ring chase because he's on the back 9 of his career.
Mm-hmm.
Then reports came out that, he was receiving big money offers, $15 to $16 million offers. And most people was a little shocked by those numbers, but
they warranted. No, they warranted.
Shock not a negative, is not a negative term on this one. They were still shocked at the numbers. See?
I wasn't expecting that to
correct.
Be that high.
Well, then, like you say, you end up signing with Arizona Cardinals. So, what's your initial thoughts?
So, initially, I was like, I thought you didn't want to be a part of another rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be a part of a rebuild for $15 million.
You gave up 17. Because
it's some happiness involved.
But so if he gave up 17 because he felt that it was going to be a toxic situation and that team was going to be like complete trash, at least Arizona, he feels like at least we got a quarterback that he ain't going nowhere. We got. I've played with Nuke. I know what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love Nuke.
And I'm playing across from Chandler Jones. Yeah,
I can do that.
This may be a rebuild, but we might not be picking in the top 3.
And they on the up and up. Let's be honest.
Yeah, so it's like they're
trending up.
Exactly, they're trending up. I won't call this a rebuild because to me, a rebuild is you're breaking shit down.
Yeah,
I don't think they're breaking shit down.
Mm-hmm.
So for
I
$2 million less to still be, kind of in that ballpark. Because when you're making that much money, $2 million probably $2 million ain't shit to JJ Watt.
He can flip that. He got a plug at Nike.
He can do a Gatorade commercial. He got that right. He got that right back.
Yeah.
So that ain't nothing to him. He gonna make that. So I'll leave that shit show down in Houston with the preacher man GM.
You got to get out.
Mm-hmm.
And so, hey, cut all ties, get up out of there. I'll take that $15 million. And then if JJ with Chandler Jones on the other side, if JJ Watt ball out for these next 2 years, he can go ring chase in 2 years.
Yeah,
because he's still putting stuff.
He signed a 2-year deal. Yeah.
So regardless.
Now it's been reports that I mean to cut you. I'm sorry. It's been reports that since the cap is going to bloom in 2022 next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
They saying a lot of players is
trying to hold out for them.
They're gonna be taking 1-year deals, and then they're gonna be trying when the real cap come up, they gonna try to get cash in then. So do you see Arizona being a destination for these free agents to try to go for the gusto?
It depends on how it looks this year.
Yeah,
it has to be now though. I mean, it's not a. It's like the 1 year deal is like now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Right. So here's my thing. I don't think that it's a destination right now because you're still on the up and up. Because, like you still have to prove it. So I don't see them at like I don't see somewhere.
You definitely got to prove it.
I don't.
You can be getting a lower deal in 1 year. You feel me? Based off your play.
There's plenty of other teams where you can go ring chase. As Facebook user who didn't follow the directions said, Tampa still. You can go to Tampa to ring chase. You can go to whatchamacallit, Kansas City to ring chase. Shit, you still could possibly, if you feel like you are that piece, you can go to Green Bay and try and ring chase. You can who knows what the Rams may do now that they got Stafford. You may feel like, hey, shit, I could be that piece. So it's like there's other teams that you can look to. Shit, Buffalo, you can go to Buffalo because people think Buffalo got it. If I'm a wide receiver, I can go to Baltimore. It's plenty of different places that I would go to if I think that I have a legitimate shot for a ring that has actually shown me that they can get to the playoffs before Arizona.
And I honestly, I like what Arizona's doing. I like the move. I like getting JJ at 15. I like putting them opposite of your guy. You feel me? So and I like what JJ did. Listen to Hill. He's clearly listening to 3-man weave. He went for the 2-year deal because his money's going to be guaranteed, and he's going to be up for bigger money in the future, even if he just does decent, just off his veteran status. So, I like the deal, and then I agree with everything that AJ was saying about this not being a rebuild at Arizona, them trending up, them having at least a quarterback that they believe in for the near future. They Nuke is there, like we mentioned, who is your former teammate, who you have a bond with. So it's like, to me, it's a no-brainer. And I really, really like it because it proves one of my theories that I always talk to y'all about whenever we talk about people who have a chance, who either coming up in a free agency or a trade situation, is happiness. Like, personal happiness comes into mind. Like, Cleveland was supposedly be one of those other teams.
And the Colts.
And the Colts, and it's just like both of those places compared to Arizona. I'm just saying, like, if I personally had to choose somewhere to live out of those 3 cities, I'm choosing Arizona hands down. Yeah. So it's like, so it's like, personal happiness, and it's like $15 million a year ain't bad. So, hey,
I'll take it.
Somebody, Facebook user was quoting me by saying cap is a myth, someone once said. You gonna see? You gonna see?
What you like? What like? As I've
you gonna see?
To realize what the only thing like these teams, like, all you have to do is just get creative. Just get creative with the cap.
You have to have people willing to take restructure though. You have to have. If people don't, then what?
But see, a lot of times with what the
you cut them and get dead cap.
But sometimes what it is to do the restructure is you're not necessarily giving them a demotion. What you're doing,
you're just pushing it back.
No, you're not even pushing it back. You're cutting their base salary and turning it into a signing bonus. So what you were gonna get in for, like, just for a salary and getting those checks over the season, I'm just gonna write you an upfront check right now.
I need my salary, bro. I need my base. Don't ever give up your base, please. You need that consistent. You need that consistent. You need that consistent money. When you get a lump sum, It's not good for you, man. I'm trying to take that lump sum, but still make sure you got a base, bro. I'm trying to
that's my point. When they do that, they're not just giving you a whole signing bonus.
Sometimes they push it back though. It's a lot of different ways that they can restructure. They can front load it into a signing bonus. They could push the guaranteed money back into later years and pay you a smaller base this year with a guaranteed roster bonus next year. So it's a lot of different ways, but you and your agent ultimately have to agree to it. So it's if you don't, then what?
But think about it. The cap is going up. That's a fact.
That's reality.
That's a reality. Fact. And it's gonna go it's gonna be a number that we've never seen before. And teams is gonna
what you predict? Throw it out there.
It's gonna be 200 minimum. Oh, that's minimum.
Yeah. I mean, we was close. We was close before.
And it's gonna be way bigger than that. I didn't want you to put me on the spot, and I give you a number. The next thing you know, well, Hill said it's gonna be 300 million. You know how they go come at me. You know they go come for me. Yeah, well, Hill said this. Nah, we not doing that. We not doing that. But so, all you got to do is push that money back for a little bit, and it's gonna come. Like I said, y'all about to see in this offseason in 2 weeks. Once free agency starts, you gonna see some players. We're gonna add.
But some teams like the Eagles, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for the Eagles to. They got 40 million worth of restructuring they got to do to be able to make some moves, unless it's with their own players. You feel me? Or players that are going to be lesser if they could trade for a lesser hit. You feel me? But it's like, we'll see. We about to see how creative some of these teams can get.
But you mentioned it. Go ahead.
No, go. Because
you mentioned the Eagles. You mentioned the Eagles. They've been in cap hell. Exactly. For years, and they've been restructuring and been figuring it out.
But this is the worst. But this is the worst that they've been in.
You can only restructure for so long.
Exactly. And now it's time to pay the piper for the Eagles. You see what I'm saying?
Take your lump.
Take your lump. But the perk is you go for it, because guess what? They got a ring. That's what you do all this restructuring for. You restructure.
Technically, it worked.
You go after, you do this shit to go after a ring. That's just what the Rams was doing. That's what the Jags did those couple years. It almost got them there, but they wanted to stick to their guns and follow Blake Bortles. And you had, Colin Kaepernick on the free agency market, but we ain't gonna go there. But look, go for it. That's what, to me, that's how you build your fan base. Because to me, like we said before, it's some teams out there that they are content with not winning.
Put this Howie comment up there from Rashad. And this is bringing it right back to the Nike thing. Some of this capology, some of it's illegal, bro. Straight up, like some of this is backdoor contracting, man. It's back channel, bro. Some of this stuff is against an NFLPA policy. I promise, and I assure you, bro. But it's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the beast.
But like prime example, like what Sean just asked us, how long do you think Washington football team will be able to keep their front four? As long as they want to.
Well, right now we have a lot of cap space though. So, but the thing is, they're up for Payne and Allen are up for new contracts, and Brandon Scherf is up for a new contract. So as soon as you up all of them, you sign some veteran quarterback, that money is gone. And so you will have them for their new contracts, but then after that, it's anybody's guess.
But with that is get creative. If you work that creativity with those contracts, say you sign Payne, you give Payne, you front load Payne contract, but
backload Allen.
Backload Allen. So it's almost like when one's going up, one's coming down. Give a roster bonus this year. Give a signing bonus.
Okay, somebody get AJ a job.
Phil said. And the cap going up.
AJ been playing Madden, bro. I'm trying to tell you, Hill.
and the cap going up, man. You don't have to worry about it. The only person on that line that's going to have to really worry about it is Sweat. He might have to earn his. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I know he earning it. AJ
I know,
predicted that too.
That's correct. All I'm saying,
also, y'all everybody. But here's the thing: this is what who asked that? Sean knew about this. Matt Ioannidis is also up for a big payday. He was injured last year, but he was our number one. He was outperforming Payne and Allen, bro, in the run game and in the pass rush game. And they not just gonna cut him because he's healthy this year, because he's a part of their plan too. So it's like he up for a payday too. So it's like that's what's really gonna make it tough. And he young also.
But now how that will work is with the amount of positions that, like, if all three of them are kind of, competing for those snaps, somebody may be the odd man out. Where it's like, hey, Allen and Payne.
But Allen can play in, and that's the beauty of it.
But that's my thing. So that versatility is gonna keep Allen around. Ioannidis might be the odd man out, but guess what?
They sold on him, bro. They could
be sold on, but what may happen is you let him go. But that's when you bring in a veteran or you draft a depth piece, so you can maintain that rotation, try and get someone serviceable. And especially if you draft, now you got someone on a cheap contract, and by the time it's time for them to re-up and hopefully they reach for their potential, Allen and Payne probably gonna be out the door anyway.
Yeah.
It's all like, to me, the good teams know how to continue to recycle, and they don't get caught up in, but we like what we do now. The good teams foresee shit. They plan for the future. That's good business. Good businesses they sit down and they forecast.
You can't front load everybody. This is from Rashad Rolak. If I'm Washington, I'm trying to keep that front loaded. Rotation keeps everyone fresher and makes their jobs easy.
When he say front loaded, he's not talking about the contract.
That's true. But yeah, and that's why I agree with him there. I think they're gonna keep Matt.
And then even still, guess what? If you spend that money on that front, on that defensive front, you can get some middle of the road linebackers, because that front is gonna make their job a lot easier. Guess what? You don't have to spend a whole lot of money on your linebackers. Bring in some deep veterans and some draft picks and let them run free.
They got a boy named Holcomb.
Yeah.
Man, listen, man. That boy, like Holcomb cheap ass. Holcomb cheap ass is for real.
But we drafted him though. That's why. But
hey, I'm sold on Holcomb though.
But look,
not cheap.
He be getting cooked sometime in coverage, but he 100% elite in the run and in the whenever he blitz, he be getting home.
Hey, look, sometimes you can't do it all.
I like him. I like he got a motor.
Like I said,
he got a motor. I like him.
Even with the cap going crazy, like I said, even the cap going crazy. Let's be honest, we still gonna have some regular players and some cheap players, and you're gonna have this spread out.
Yeah, absolutely.
The tiers still exist.
Yeah, don't let. Like I said, let's get beside ourselves.
Was looking like Bobby Wagner versus us. He was
not
looking. He was not looking like Bobby Wagner.
No. Hey,
didn't me?
Why you think I know him? Why you think I know him? Why you think I know? I concur. We are from that's an Eagles fan, and I'm a Cowboys fan. We know Holcomb, bro. I'm trying to tell you. That's why we was hyped about him. That boy looked crazy. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, y'all seen the division games. Y'all ain't seen the other games.
Hey, sometimes that all that matters, baby.
Hey, so before we got this, I wanted to ask you a quick question here. So you were talking about players taking, like a 1-year deal and then wait until next year. Do you think that's what's keeping a contract between Dak and the Cowboys right now? Because maybe now Dak is like, just franchise me right now, then.
And go blood.
Nah, that ain't what's holding up, because quarterback market ain't gonna change.
Okay.
Quarterback market.
Sure. It might go up some. If the cap going up, the quarterback got to go up some.
But his stance hasn't changed though. He still want a short-term deal.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
So he, like you said, he wants a short-term deal. It's not about the money, but his money is going balloon. His money has went up already anyway. Regardless of the fact that he know for a fact.
The franchise tag don't went up. Shoot.
Even his open market money didn't went up.
Yeah, hit that open market, Dak. Come on now.
Dak can't.
So you can say what you go ahead.
Dak can't get no less than what Deshaun got.
Absolutely.
He
has to become the honestly. Well, I don't know if he could with that Pat Mahomes. That Pat Mahomes deal is ridiculous.
But that's 10 years though. So
it's still $45 million a year though.
Right. It's 45.
But he might get close to that.
That's the thing about it. See, they took his comments, of course, because it's the Cowboys and it's Dak Prescott. They took the comments that he wants to beat Patrick Mahomes.
I will pay him.
That's the market. That's the market.
And that's what I always say when people act like it's a bad thing that you're paying QBs. You have to. Even the trash ones get paid. So it's like, what you want me to do? I'm gonna pay him. If Dak said today that he wanted to sign with Washington football team, give him the cap space. Give it to him.
You see what I'm saying?
45 a year for 2 years.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. Everybody's, the Cowboys don't want to pay him, and he's not worth all this. He's not worth all that, and yada yada yada. If Dak get the open market, okay, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get the fit. And if Dak hits the open market right now, he's going to get $40+ million from any team that signs him.
Why not?
I remember Joe Flacco was a top paid quarterback in the league.
You feel what I'm saying?
I remember when Matt Stafford broke that $100 million contract.
They pick and choose.
Right. So everybody's talking about, he ain't worth it. Bro, look at if we talking about worth, there's plenty of quarterbacks who ain't worth the money that they didn't got.
Open arms.
So it's just
big open arms.
So it's just like, hey man, look, man, give that man his money. Like a little more lip, a lot more grip. Give him the money, man. Because at the end of the day, he's earned it. Go ahead.
Shouts out to my guy Fitz. Me and Fitz went at it on his show, the Fitz Lounge from the JDF Sports Network. I had to defend my guy. I can't keep. I'm exhausted. And I text AJ after every argument. I said, I let you down, my brother. I got into another argument. I just cannot take the Dak disrespect. Like, y'all let everybody else get paid. But now when Dak's time to get paid, now everybody want to put a cap on where he's worth. I'm trying to tell you.
Other quarterbacks less than Dak as far as achievement and attributes that I would pay.
Like Sean just said, Sean is a Washington football fan. He ready to take it. Like, look at open arms, put him out.
Bro, I would pay Tannehill. Bro, there's other quarterbacks that I would pay. So it's like, of course I'm paying Dak. Some people just can't be realistic. Like you said, it's the Cowboys factor, and it's because of your fan base and the way that y'all act. Unfortunately, you feel me? That comes with the territory. So it's like, they're like, bro, no. They want to discredit everything that has to do with the Cowboys. But if you look at what Dak does individually, and if Dak was on the open market, bro, any team that has money to pay Dak is going to pay Dak whatever Dak and his agent wants based off the cap.
See, and I didn't even want to go here because I try to, so I'm going to tell y'all, since we here, we're a family, y'all. We're a family. Mm. If we don't sign Dak to a long-term deal, hey, I'm a free agent to come to the fandom this year.
No, you're not, bro.
I'm letting you know right now. I'm letting you know right now.
I don't even believe that, bro.
I'm telling y'all right now, I'm a free agent. I'm a free agent. I'm not switching teams. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not switching teams, but I'm not rooting for my guys. I'm not rooting for my guys. I am going to be an NFL fan, so I'm going to be blessed. I'm going to y'all think y'all tired of me now in the Facebook group. Let them not sign Dak. I'm talking about every team every week. I'm telling you, y'all better hope next week. Y'all better hope he get that long-term deal.
Hey, I'm so I
hope he don't. It's like, nah.
Yeah, I know. See, now y'all about to make me hijack the show. And I don't want to hijack the show. Go ahead, because I got something to say now.
No, I know. I just want to ask you. What is the terms? What are the terms that Dak is asking for? Just real quick.
What are the terms?
Like just a ballpark.
Oh man, I see Ross in there. Tennessee, baby.
Last year, the money was. I can't say his money part was the issue because he didn't. The money was not the issue. He would have took 31 a year. He just wanted a 4-year deal. That's it. Now we offer him a 5-year deal, 175 total, 35 a year guarantee, 110 guaranteed. He was going to sign that, but his agent told him no.
So
now he wants a 3-year deal.
Because he's trying to land in that space to re-up at the right time when he's not too old, when he's still in his prime, and where the cap is going to be balloon. It's genius.
But the thing about the Cowboys is every star player that they sign long term is they sign them to 5-year deals because they like to stretch out. They like to do restructure. They like to do restructure and they like to manipulate the cap. They like to do that. When you don't have the years,
you can't do it.
You can't really do that.
It's all guaranteed. It's gonna be if you do 2 years, it's all guaranteed.
But the thing about it is like you're dealing with a hard ass agent. None of his top clients from last year signed long-term deals. Let's be honest. But nobody wants to bring him to the fire.
Been listening to him. Why bring him to the fire?
Because Justin Simmons got offered the top of the notch safety money. He declined it. And he still don't have a deal now. Justin Simmons gonna get paid and should get paid, and they willing to pay him, and he's still not getting these deals done. This agent is holding.
But I also and I remember what I said, and I previously said this on the show. Like Dak at some point got to say, listen, you as a player, he's the agent. Okay. We have a game plan, but you reserve the right at any time to come in here and say, get the deal done. I don't care what you want. Get the deal done at this price point, and let's get it done.
Go ahead, AJ.
Isn't this kind of what we talked about last episode?
Yeah, we kind of did touch on it.
So it's just like, hey, it's gonna be some heads knocking. It's gonna be some deals that aren't getting done. It's gonna be some contention because guess what? If you're trying to change the way that the contract structure is, done throughout, you got to be a hard ass, and especially be a hard ass when it's someone that does something a certain way. When they say, "Oh, this is how we do business," you got to come in and say, "Not no more."
Yeah,
and that's what the agent is doing. I get it. I said, he's playing hard, but Dak is still being the nice guy, and that's
because Dak is going to get paid regardless because he's a quarterback with the franchise tag.
Dak's still rehabbing at the facility.
But that's also okay. Cut my key off.
As he should be. Cut my key off. Supposed to rehab it.
If y'all ain't about to pay me long term, y'all ain't gonna see me.
Listen, I'm gonna rehab, bro. At the top, one of the top places in the world to rehab. I'm pretty sure. That's why he's using it until we pass this date. That date ain't came yet. So up until then, I'm really about to be using this facility. I still want to be healthy.
It's like putting your 2 weeks in. I still gotta come to work. I still gotta show up. But
he's not under contract.
No, I know, but that's
but I still have access to this facilities. Right. I'm gonna use it
contract. Y'all ain't
until I can't, bro.
My keys still work.
As long
as my keys still work, I'm still pulling up. You see what they offer in this cafeteria?
This is a 5-star. This is a 5-star facility, man.
If this was Romo, he would have been got taken care of. Cap.
I've said that, but I've said that before. Go ahead. And we've had our back and forth about it, but I understand where Mike Johnson is coming from because I honestly feel like that, and I know the circumstances were different. I'm just saying that
Thank you.
If he was here now, if we could take Romo and put him here now, a younger Romo, the age of Dak, I just feel like, and I know that's not his career path, but I just feel like he would have been taken care of, bro.
Question. So when I break it down, when I told y'all that they offered him a 5-year, $35 a year deal, 110 guaranteed, 175 guaranteed contract. Where's the disrespect? That's alongside of Russell Wilson contract.
There's none, and two things could be right. I just said I just understood where Mike is coming from. That's it. That I'm not saying what you said is wrong, and you understand the inner workings of the Cowboys way more than I do, so I'm not going to pretend to. But from the outside looking in, I felt the same way as Mike. So it would be cap of me to sit up here and say otherwise. You feel me?
Don't make me.
You might. I know you would. That's why. Get it on the screen. Go ahead, keep talking. Go put some these comments.
All right, so yeah, I get what you're saying with that, Cannon. That if it was Romo, he would have. But like, I'm on the side of Hill. It just depends on what Romo was asking for. Because yes, we've always talked about, Jerry always gets his guys paid. But how often because things happen with Zeke. But then he ended up getting deal done.
Yeah.
So this might even though they should have signed him, I don't know how long ago. Like, things are happening, but the Cowboys have to get this deal done.
But that's it.
Or Hill is going to be a free agent with the fan.
Well, we got to see. But thank you, AJ, because you're on the outside looking in, and once again, like I said, I'm exhausted. Like I said, I've been doing this for how many years now, and I'm exhausted. Once again, bro, this is the easiest statement of all time. The Cowboys and Peter Jerry does it. All Jerry does is talk.
Look, man.
And but the thing is,
gets, like how it's an issue of him getting paid. I've seen Andy Dalton get 6 years, $96 million back in 2014.
Nobody said a word.
So pay Dak whatever.
But back to what I was saying. I would have paid Andy Dalton then too. You see what I'm saying? Like, people are acting like Andy Dalton's not a bad quarterback.
Bro,
I predicted that Andy was going to do well as soon as the Cowboys signed him last year. I said, Hill, if he gets if God forbid if anything was to happen to Dak, Andy's a good. I would like to have him.
We'll go get him.
I would have took him as a starter last year.
We'll go get him.
But what I'm saying is, he's worth the money, bro. Like, when you're talking about quarterbacks, you're comparing them to other quarterbacks. So when you look at some quarterbacks that have gotten paid, you have to say, well, Andy gotta get paid too. It's just the way that it is.
And that's the thing. You had to pay him because he literally didn't miss the playoffs his entire career up until that point. So you had to you don't pay him, you lose him, then you got to start all over. So it's like you gotta pay him because you drafted him to see where he will.
And he got strong quarterback traits, man. I don't care what a lot of people say about Andy. If I was grading him right now, I have more positives than deltas. You feel me?
I think literally the positives and the negatives are like dead ass equals. Like, you got as much pros.
He ain't had a lot of talent, man. I ain't grading him based off what I seen. He looked a lot better with the Cowboys than he did with the Bengals, man.
Bro, no.
You gonna trigger everybody over here. That's what you're trying to do.
You can't tell me he was better with the Cowboys when in 2015 he was
some of them throws is impressive, man. To Gallup,
he made some amazing throws in Cincinnati.
And then he made some dumbass throws.
What the fuck are you doing, Andy?
Anybody in Cincinnati, man, they were constantly hurt, bro.
Sean Ford asked, "Do y'all think Russell Wilson time in Seattle is coming to an end?" Nope.
No.
Nope.
I just think they just getting tired of talking about it in the media.
Nah. I think for a fact, he took a page out of other people's playbook. We tired of this nice guy shit. Yeah. This nice guy shit keeps you getting taken advantage of.
I think he's still been nice about it.
Oh no, he's been nice, but he
just being honest.
Yeah, he's being honest. So Russell's still being nice, and the perfect way that Russell's doing this to maintain his nice guy. Yeah. He ain't said a motherfucking word.
He ain't said a word, bro. And I like how Russ is handling it, man.
Hey, bro, bosses don't get their hands dirty.
Send the middlemen.
Hey, go ahead, let them know I ain't really fucking with them.
Yeah.
Like prime example. Y'all would be fools. Come on now. Like, who are you getting? Who are you getting?
If I get you Russell Wilson, you better be trading me Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson. Who am I getting in return? I'm not taking nobody else.
Bro, what's the saying? A bird in the hand? Like, bro, you already got your quarterback. We know how hard it is for these teams to evaluate quarterbacks. If you have the quarterback, don't go back on the market for a quarterback and basically play the lottery again and you fuck around and get Jake Locker.
I'm willing to call Russ in and say, what do we got to do, bro?
Bro, he already told you, get him an O-line.
All right. Bro, that's what we're doing this year, bro. Cut the trade talks. We're getting the O-line. It's final.
Take the Buffalo Bills approach. The Buffalo Bills, they just said, hey, we just going to sign every lineman in the offseason, and we just going to figure out what 5 work. Whatever 5 work is out there. They didn't give a damn. Like, they was like, look, we need to protect this asset. Because I don't understand. Like, this.
Can you imagine Russ with a line? Can you imagine that? That's like Barry Sanders with a line.
See, there you go. See, there you go making sense again, bro. There you go making sense.
Can you just imagine the way that he extends plays? All of this extra shit we didn't see him do.
But go ahead.
Like, I just don't like. To me, the whole let Russ cook thing came about. I can't. A cook hates when it's too many bodies in the kitchen. Get the bodies out the kitchen. Let me cook. Block.
Yeah.
I guarantee, bro. If you give Russ some time with DK and Lyrical Lockett, oh my God.
Lockett is elite, man.
But let's be honest. Brian Schottenheimer was like, he's an average offensive coordinator.
Absolutely.
And I'm being generous.
He's an average offensive coordinator with an amazing asset that everybody looks for. The quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
The quarterback gets these OC's jobs.
A dual threat one. You have that doesn't get hurt.
Right. You have the rare OCs who have that system where they can plug and play, where you have your Shanahans who comes from that lineage because his dad had that. And basically, whoever you plugged in the backfield was getting 1,000 yards, and they move off of that. Even McVay at one point, stuff like that. It looks like Stefanski might be trying to do something with that as well. But for the most part, you get the quarterback because what we've always talked about is these coordinators and these coaches, they don't know how to manipulate their system to fit their talent. So the majority of the time, if you're average, the only way that you look above average is if you get an elite or above average quarterback in your system who, regardless of the bullshit you put around them, the system that you put them in, they can work well within it all. Because, some of these dudes, I don't know how they have a job. Like, Adam Gase literally, kept falling up. Like, out of all I heard a stat that all the coaches that got hired in the 2016 cycle, all
nepotism.
got fired.
It's nepotism, man.
Look, listen to this.
It's the Nike effect.
Listen to this real quick. All the coaches that got hired in the 2016 cycle were fired. In that time, Adam Gase had gotten fired twice.
And still got hired.
He got fired twice.
And got hired.
Like, what? Are you serious? You shitting me?
You failed up.
That's
called nepotism. That's the only way that is possible, and that's why I was saying what I was saying like 4 episodes ago when we was talking about we gotta hire more of us.
I'm glad you said that. You might be a segue king, because the Bills they sent in a proposal about head coaching hiring.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills have submitted a rule change proposal to the NFL that would bar interviews for front office and coaching positions until after the conference title games and hirings until after the Super Bowl. Owners could vote on it in the offseason. Would be a big change.
I like it.
It's not going to help minority coaches. I just think that's the smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
Because so many teams, they be waiting. And I remember for us, we hired Zach Taylor, although that shit was but
it's okay, bro.
So we had to go basically this entire time knowing we needed a coach. All these other coaches even like top, like higher candidates, I believe, were like, okay, yeah, I'll get you. But we had to wait until after the Super Bowl. So the coaches that were already in place, they picking their staff. Zach Taylor can't do nothing because technically he don't got no job. Like with us. So he can't pick his staff. That's how you end up with fucking Lou Anarumo. And so now so now you basically on the clearance rack getting everybody because you was the last one, on the Black Friday deal. Everybody else, they camped out. You pulled up late because you had to work.
But it's also fair for the candidate. If you're a candidate on teams that's going deep into the playoffs, and you're being expected to still fulfill your duties on your current team, but prepare for a potential head coach or a major coordinator position, that's too much that you're asking them to juggle, and that's probably the reason that Eric Bieniemy didn't have a good interview. If there's any validity to that statement, I said if there's any validity to that statement. But what I'm saying is that is why, because you're not allowing these people the space to do it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so it's like, come on now. So if it wasn't for nepotism, those others wouldn't be getting the jobs either, because they're still trying to do the same things. In Gase's case, he's trying to juggle recover from being fired and doing a head coach interview. So it's like all of this to juggle. So it's like it should be after the Super Bowl. I think that will also even the playing field for coaches. So now it'd be even for the Rooney Rule. I know you said it's not going to help black coaches, but I think now if everybody's done, it gives everybody a fair chance to prepare as far as the candidates. Now, when we look at a candidate that fulfills the Rooney Rule, we might actually really be looking at him now instead of just using somebody that was available at the time because their team was out of the playoffs. You feel me? So it's like, I don't know. I think it's better for the teams, and I think it's better for the players. I think they should actually look into the rule.
I think the reason why I respect it. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm good. My shit popped up on something. The reason why I respect it, because it's coming from the Bills. The Bills just had two candidates that didn't get jobs because they end up playing to the conference championship. Now they could have like, hey, y'all didn't get no job. I'm glad y'all didn't get a job.
We good, yeah. I feel
you. Could have stayed that, and they could have did that, but they trying to help their mans out. I'm trying to put my mans on. So
as they should.
That's why I like the rule. But I would like to add to the rule, it need to be an official interview, period. Because I don't want it to just to be next thing you know. No, because just because y'all started the window, you can already have your man hired. You know what I'm saying? Who you want hired?
That's how they really move.
But I need y'all to have an official window because I need y'all to really go through interviews. I need you to thoroughly go through the interviews. And if you thoroughly go through the interview, then you can actually say the best man got the job.
Yeah,
or the best man. That. But I also want to implement my plan. I still need 2 years of experience as a coordinator of some sort.
Or an assistant head coach, because some people skip the coordinator role and just go to assistant head coach.
You know what? To me, it's all about accountability. Come out, if you say, when players get cut, hey, you weren't fit, we were going a different direction. You a cap casualty, you're injury prone or what like that, or whatever that case may be. Give us a reason why. I want to hear more reasons why people didn't get jobs and why you did hire this person. Tell me how that vision aligns with what you guys are trying to do.
They came in here and told us that we was going to kick him in the teeth, and that was an elite interview, bro.
Kneecaps.
Bite him in the kneecap. But I do like the proposal. I do like the reason why I hate the NFL. They try to make it seem like they don't have enough time. That's enough time to go.
That's plenty time.
Bro, the season ended in February, bro.
It's plenty time.
But you know what they're going to say.
I mean, they are gonna say it. Yeah, they're definitely gonna say it.
Oh, we need to get our coaches in place. Oh, the combine should have been this last week. We need to have our coaches. We need to have our scouts in place. We need to have a game plan already and ready in place. Yada yada yada.
So it works out perfect. Super Bowl is on a Sunday. Start the interview
Monday.
At Monday.
Coaching carousel Monday.
Like you said,
like y'all got Black Monday at the end of the season where everybody start getting fired before the playoffs. As soon as the Super Bowl end, make that Angel Monday where everybody start getting interviews or some bullshit like that. I don't care whatever hey, make it work. Y'all do everything else.
Because what y'all just seen, Zoom has been your friend. Y'all can conduct these interviews via Zoom. Y'all don't have to travel everywhere. You can, what I'm saying, you can schedule this defensive coordinator for this position. You can do, but have an official window.
Mm-hmm.
Have an official window, and then you have an official window. You can hype that media. That's a media session right there. They don't want it. They don't want to listen to us.
Hey, I'm sorry, I spaced out. But y'all ever seen a baby named Keisha?
No.
I never seen a baby.
Only grown people.
Only adult.
Like a Super Saiyan version. Like you be a baby with something, but then you just become an adult Keisha. I've never
I've only seen adults.
You never seen a baby Keisha? Never, ever in life.
I couldn't imagine calling a baby Jerome.
Claude.
Rome.
Ernest. I'm sorry, man. I could not look my baby in the face and say, "Come here, Ernest."
Ern. Lil Ern.
Ernie, man.
No, say Lil Ern.
And you put a twist on it. It ain't Ernest. It's Ernest. You feel
with an apostrophe.
You know we gonna throw apostrophe on anything.
Anything, give it some flair.
Now you Ernesto.
It's not Chris.
It's Chris. They having a Sixers love fest, so we definitely about to end this.
Oh yeah, go ahead and win.
Hold on, talk about the firing of the Wizards. Need to fire. Y'all balling now though,
bro. What more do you want?
Wait, do people realize that everybody in the East is trash?
And I hate when they say that about Scott Brooks, because Scott Brooks just been working with whatever he's been given. And
I mean, I ain't gonna vouch for him.
He had nothing to vouch
for right now.
What has he had to vouch for though? You see what I'm saying?
Next month.
Has he had
right now?
Looking at all the teams constructed, has he really had something to vouch for? When he had Bill and Wall, they were never healthy at the same time. So it's has he really had anything to vouch for? Anything that he should have taken further than he did? I don't think so. I think his team's done exactly what they were supposed to do. So it's I can't get mad at him.
Yo, here. Unfortunately, my brother, we're out of time here.
You can catch us on all major platforms. Podcast 3Man Weave, Instagram at 3Man Weave _ Twitter at 3Man Weave _ Please email us any questions that you may have at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. I'm AJ. That's Hill. That's Cannon. Episode 99, baby. Sorry, Ross.